Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today for this Nexford Virtual Tour. We have just gotten started. It's amazing to see that we have already more than 30 attendees and counting. For those that have already joined us, I would love for you guys to introduce yourselves on chat. I see some of you have already started. I see Nana joining from Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. Nice to meet you, Nana. Thanks for joining us today. So everyone, please feel free to jump on chat. Let us know a little bit about yourself, where in the world you're joining us from today, and which Nexford program have you set your eyes on? Got Tolaja from Boston. Incredible. Nice to have you on board today. So we're just going to wait for a few more minutes for more people to join us. But in the meantime, for those that have joined us, I'd love to hear from you guys on chat. All right, we've got Nimas from Indonesia, Isaac from Ghana. Hello, hello. Herbert from Laguna, Philippines. Amazing. Starting your MBA program this April. Fantastic. Hello, Joseph. Hi, Bolaji, Victor, Kabir from Nigeria as well. Is it Speciosa from Kenya? I've never heard that name before. It's a lovely name. All right, we've got Jonathan from Uganda. Wonderful. We've got a lot of people from different parts of the world today. Caleb from Nairobi, Kenya. I hope those from Kenya are aware of our NXU community space down there. Great, great. Okay, we might wait another minute or two. For those just joining in, you haven't missed much. We are just getting introduced on the chat while we wait for more attendees to join us. I just want to let you know that this webinar is being recorded, so you can always ask for a playback. It will be uploaded on our YouTube channel anyway once it's ready. And if you've got any questions, please send them in the Q&A section or the Q&A box in your Zoom application. You should be able to find the question and answer box there. That is where you need to drop your questions, and we'll answer them in a Q&A portion at the end of the webinar today. Got Zaman from Nigeria, prospective MSc Business Analytics. Wonderful. Okay, Sunday from Tanzania, Philip from Nigeria. Okay, what programs is everyone interested in? I see a lot of introductions and different countries, but I wonder, are people more into the MBA or the BBA or any of our other master's degree programs? Have you explored our professional certificates perhaps, or our short courses or single courses? Okay, so we've got Ibrahim and Bolaji on the MBA. We've got Oluwaseyi for the MSDA. We've got MBA in finance. All right, so MBA or MS. Okay, so we do have a lot of Master of Science programs. Okay, I see Nana is into interested in our professional courses. Fantastic. Isaac is interested in the AI. We do have a lot of AI related programs, whether it's a degree or a short certificate. Okay, Moyosola is interested in an MSc in supply chain. All right, we do have a supply chain short certificate as well, if you're into that. Sustainability, good choice. I'm glad to see that a lot of the attendees have already explored our different degree program specializations. So if you do have any questions around those, please don't hesitate to send them in today. All right, I think we've waited long enough. We've got around 50 attendees, and we can get started. So let me just start by introducing myself. My name is Mai, and I'm a senior Nexford Application Specialist. I have been with Nexford for more than 4 years now. It'll be 5 years, I believe, mid to 2024. So that's such a long time. And during that time, I have spoken with so many aspiring learners such as yourselves that are interested in studying at Nexford, but they have several questions about the learning experience. The kind of questions I hear is, how exactly will I be studying online at Nexford? How is it different from other online programs? Where will I access my materials? Are there exams? Will I be able to meet other learners or speak with other learners? What kind of support am I receiving? What kind of career support will I be getting? And so much more. So there are a ton of those questions that are very common. I know you have come today with questions of your own, and you have come to also see a sneak peek of the online learning platform, which is what I will be doing today. And to help me today, I've got some lovely people on this webinar to help co-host with me. We've got a faculty member, Dr. Bill. We've got two Nexford learners, Jasper and Yusuf. I would love for you guys to introduce yourselves as well. If we can please start with Dr. Bill, if you can just introduce yourself for everybody.
Hello, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We got quite an array of people from a whole lot of different areas today. That's great. I am Dr. Bill. I live in the United States. I'm about 100 kilometers south of New York City. It's called the state of New Jersey, and I live fairly close to the coastline. I've been with Nexford for, I think, about 4 years, coming up on 4 years, maybe this summer. And I've been teaching online for 25 years. Yes, it wasn't even really online when I started. We used to send cassette tapes back and forth to each other. But I've been doing distance learning for quite some time. I also have many, many years in the corporate world and in the business world, which I really enjoy now, mixing the two, the academic side and the business side, and sitting here and talking about this for hours every day. I welcome you. I hope you find this webinar helpful, answer your questions when we get to the end, as Mai mentioned. When my turn comes in a little bit, we're going to go into the course room and I'll show you just how really laid out and easy it is. I always like to highlight that these courses have been developed recently, and these courses are designed to provide you with information that you can use today and tomorrow in your work, in your life, in your school, in whatever. I primarily teach in the master's area now, but I do a few other things. But I look forward to talking to you later, and then when you're in our courses. So may I thank you, and I'll be back shortly.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bill. All right. The cassette tapes bit is very fascinating. Whenever I hear that, I always get surprised, but it definitely was a different experience from what we have today. All right, Jasper, if you can please also introduce yourself to everybody, let us know which Nexford program you're studying, and anything else about yourself and where in the world you're from.
Hello, everyone. Good day to everyone. And I'm Jasper. I'm currently studying an MBA program at Nexford University. I'm from the Philippines also. Uh, for this, I think we're good.
All right. All right. Thanks, Jasper. Excited to hear more from you later today. All right. Yusuf, if you could also please introduce yourself, let everybody know a bit about yourself and where in the world you're joining us from today.
Yeah, hi, Mai, thank you very much for the opportunity. Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you all. Good night from Indonesia. I'm living in Indonesia right now. So my name is Yusuf Ricky Carell. I'm one of the student at Nexford University right now. And apart from that, I also an entrepreneur. I built a company for last 5 years in Indonesia for IT consulting company. So I decided to learn in Nexford University. Especially, I want to know about how business and technology can become a good strategy to build a business. So I get a special course, I think, in artificial intelligence in NXU. And I heard that some of people that attend want to learn more about artificial intelligence. It's very interesting. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Yusuf. All right, I think we can get started. I can see we have almost 60 attendees now. For anybody who just joined, don't worry, you haven't missed anything. We've just gone through introductions, and we're going to start sharing the online learning platform so everybody can see how that looks like and start talking about the different learner benefits. This webinar is being recorded, so you can always ask for a playback, or you can just wait until it's uploaded on our YouTube channel where you can watch it back. And there is a Q&A box in the Zoom application. That segment is where you need to drop your questions, and we will get to it at the end of the webinar when we start answering questions live. All right, so I'll start sharing my screen with everybody. Okay, with a show of hands, I'd love if the attendees could just let me know that they can see my screen already. Okay, fantastic. I see Blessing, Stephen, Nanda, Akinwale. All right, fantastic. Maroy, okay, I believe everybody can see my screen now, so let's get started. So what everyone is currently looking at is the homepage of our online learning platform at Nexford. The learning management system that we use is called Canvas. If you haven't heard about it before, it is the same platform that is being used by Ivy League universities. The great thing is that there is a mobile application. Hold on. Let me do this. So there is a mobile application called Canvas Student that everybody can download. Yes, so whether you're an iPhone user or an Android user, anybody can download this application. You can download it today if you like, but it's important to note that you're not going to be able to access our online platform until you get enrolled at Nexford. So you can download the application, you can search for Nexford University, but you wouldn't be able to access the online program yet. Once you do get enrolled at Nexford, that means you've finished your application, you've finished your enrollment process, you will receive your login credentials. So that is your, your ID and your password, all of your login credentials through which you'll be able to access the online platform. That is the same case with the dashboard that you're looking at right now. This is our online platform, and you'll only be able to access it after getting enrolled. So if anyone has already delved into the application process at Nexford, you'll know that anybody can get enrolled and still choose a future start date. So that means we do give you the opportunity to get enrolled today and secure your spot and still choose a future start date up to 3 months ahead. So our next intake does start on the 1st of April. If anybody wants to start learning with us as soon as possible, that is the nearest intake that you can join. So it is important that you meet the enrollment deadline, meaning that you complete your application and enrollment process and pay at least the first month of your program tuition by the 28th of this month in order to secure your spot for the April 1 intake. However, if you miss the 28th deadline, you can still choose the next intake, which would be on the 1st of May, or anytime that you enroll this month. Like I mentioned, you can start 3 months ahead. And the great thing about that is you will receive early access to the online platform. As soon as you're enrolled, you'll be able to access everything that we're going to cover today, all of the learner benefits. You will, be able to check the online platform, go through the NXU Orientation, which is what I want to tell everybody about today as well. So NXU Orientation is your welcome package once you get enrolled at Nexford. It is a very short course that can take you maybe just even 30 minutes to complete. I'll show everyone how it looks like right now. It is not a course that you're getting graded on. It only has 4 modules, as you can see. Whereas every standard Nexford course has 6 modules as well as a final project. So the orientation will just tell you everything you need to know to get accustomed to the online learning experience at Nexford, how to navigate through the online platform. You're going to learn all about the university policies, all the deadlines, how to do assignments, how to receive support from faculty members or success advisors who are success advisors. So we're going to cover as much as we can of that today. I would love to jump just into the introduction part of the orientation to give everybody a bit of an idea. So right from the beginning here, everybody gets a welcome video from our founder and our CEO, Fadil Tarzi, where he tells everybody a bit more about Nexford and Nexford's mission and how we got started. So I'd love to play this just for a few seconds for everybody.
It's been said that the future is a convenient place for dreams, so why not dream big? I've always known education changes lives, but I first realized its impact over a decade ago. On my entrepreneurial journey, I saw a gap between the skills of college graduates and the needs of employers. With my own startups, I struggled to find people with the right competencies. For example, I couldn't find a software engineer with effective communication skills. I couldn't find the creative designers who could plan. I thought to myself, is this why unemployment stats of college graduates grab so many media headlines? And it's not our graduates' fault. Burdened by heavy debt, cohorts of learners walk away from university unprepared for the workplace. That's why I set out to create a university for you, one that I'm convinced has the potential to positively impact lives as well as millions worldwide. I'm Fadel Altarzi, and I can proudly say that I'm the founder and CEO of Nexford University. Expect NXU.
All right, that is a sneak peek just for everybody. Hopefully you can watch the video in its entirety once you get enrolled at Nexford. But I do want to say that this video right here is a small example of the different and dynamic elements through which you're going to be doing your studying at Nexford. It's not just going to be a lot of text. We don't want our learners falling asleep. You're going to find videos like these that are embedded in your courses, in your program. You're going to find audio clips sometimes that are embedded as well. Blog length articles, little exercises, links to outside resources, and so much more. So there's always something to keep you engaged. And then right from the beginning, we encourage every learner to join these learner WhatsApp groups. It's very helpful to have a study buddy right from the beginning of your program. I do hear a lot of feedback that it's been very beneficial and insightful for a lot of learners, especially when they were able to join these WhatsApp groups from the beginning. Since we do have learners from over 110 countries today, this means that there's so many different WhatsApp groups. Sometimes they may be full, sometimes you may not be able to find the WhatsApp group of your liking, but the great news is that new WhatsApp groups get added all the time. You can even start up your own WhatsApp group and share it with our success team, our learner success team, and they will help share it with other learners to join. So these can be, these WhatsApp groups can be country specific, program specific, or intake specific. And then you'll see that we also have peer mentors. So they are other Nexford learners that are dedicated to making you feel welcome, and they want to help you get settled in the new learning environment. So you can learn more about how to get connected with those as well. And if anybody has any questions about anything we have covered so far, please don't hesitate to send them in the Q&A box, as I suggested at the start of the webinar. I see some questions coming in the chat already. Just please make sure to send them in the Q&A box so we don't miss them, because it might get lost in the middle of all of the different messages sent in the chat. So in the beginning here, you'll also see that we encourage learners to introduce themselves in the Nexford community. So this happens in the discussion forum, which is actually embedded in every course in the program that you're studying. But for the introduction part of the orientation, you're being prompted just to introduce yourself and tell us a bit about why you joined Nexford, and what your goals are, and anything about your background. And normally that would be at the bottom here, and you'll find that other learners can also post, they can react, they can do a thumbs up to your comments, and a discussion can actually start. So this normally happens in the actual courses. And then here we start telling you about the university policies, and you go through our resource center. There's a whole knowledge base for Nexford learners that will answer any question you have about the online learning experience, which can help a lot. And then even here, if you go here, it'll take you to another area where you learn specifically about the university policies. I am happy to answer as many questions as I can today in regards to that. And I would say it's the most common ones, such as, can I take a break from my program? I hear that question a lot. And the answer would be yes. If you're taking our MBA, for example, you can take a leave of absence of up to 4 months. If you're taking our bachelor's degree, our BBA, then you can take a leave of absence of up to 8 months. So those are taken 1 month at a time, and that is because our programs start on the 1st of every month. So you wouldn't be able to just take a 1 week break or 2 weeks break. If you choose to take an official leave of absence, you'll be taking them 1 month at a time. So we understand that life happens. If you ever need an exception or an extension, just let our team know, and they'll do their best to help you. And then just more on the Nexford learning experience is knowing how to receive support, which I mentioned earlier. So one of those ways, of course, is through the learners, but also through our learner success team. So the success team are comprised of success advisors that are posted all around the world. And that is why there's 24/7 access to be able to speak with them, whether it's to chat with them on WhatsApp or to send them an email, or you can schedule a call with them. And that's a great thing. They're literally there to help you succeed. They will often reach out to you before you even think of reaching out to them, and that is because they track your progress. They make sure you're on track. They can tell if you're struggling with your course or anything like that, and they're there to help you. They can help you with scheduling and with goal setting and so much more. So that is just more on the NXU orientation. Like I said, it can be finished in less, in just about 30 minutes, and you do need to complete it before you start your official course. So next, I want to jump on one of the Nexford courses. Leadership and Organizational Development is one of the early on courses in the MBA program. I want to show you how a standard course looks like in comparison to the NXU orientation that I just showcased. If we go to modules here, you'll see that this has 6 modules as well as a final project. So most Nexford courses have the standard 6 modules as well as a final project. Once you're enrolled in a course and about to start at the start of the next month, and you want to find out who is the professor that is teaching this course and what other learners are actually enrolled in this course with you, you can just jump into people and just look at the column section here and look for teacher. And in this case, it is Dr. Bill that is teaching this course. Of course, this is a demo account, everybody, so you would be seeing a lot more learners enrolled in the course with you. But I'd love to give the mic here to Dr. Bill, if he can tell us a bit about this course.
Yes, thank you, Mike. Yes,
thank you, Mike. Yes.
Sorry for the feedback. This is, can you hear me okay now?
Yes.
Good. This is one of the earlier courses you might take. You'll find it to be fairly laid out. I've never seen an easier course to follow. You see on the left side in the yellow all the various areas you can access. And right next to that is the course itself. We post announcements in there if certain things are overdue, if there's a delay, if there's some issues. The modules and the assignments are the very important part for you, and the grades, of course. But if Matt, why don't you just pick a module to go into, and we'll explore that a little deeper and open up maybe module 1, and we'll take a look at all that is. You'll see here where they list the reading assignment and the work that has to get done, the general title of the module. Each module is 1 step towards completion of that course. You'll see the reading, you'll see the introductions and so on, the roles, and explain some of the topics we'll be discussing. One of the questions that I get often is, how do I write the paper? How do I respond? And how do I do that? That is all part of the learning in your early courses. Professors understand that, and we work with you to improve your writing style. It's often been said that the master's degree, particularly the master's degree, is a writing degree, but the bachelor degree as well is a foundation for your writing style in the business world. So we do spend some time on that. So once you learn the material, you can present the material if you're called upon, either in an interview, a business setting, or a community service you're in. You can use these skills anywhere. I always say that one of the biggest learnings that you experience in this course or any of these courses is about yourself, stretching your own boundaries, learning these materials. I can't tell you how many times a learner will say, oh, we do that, but I never knew it was called this or that, or whatever the topic might be. We begin to relate your experiences to the academic, to the leadership theories, to the processes, and to the steps taken. I think you'll see here that in these courses, they move along, they have due dates. You have your own pace, but it is a combination. That is a requirement of the accrediting bodies. We have to know where you are and what you're learning and what you're not learning, so we can adjust that. So you see as you're going, as Mai is scrolling through this, all the different areas of the course. I also want to state that these courses are doable. However, they're doable at different speeds and different rates. Some people are better writers. Some people are better studiers. Some people have more adaptation to other things. But what we do is you learn by the time you get to the end of your program, bachelor, master's, you will have acquired many, many more skills than you thought. There's more to just learning the materials. And this thing, just by what Mai has been showing you here, we have a broad range for each of these areas, and we support it. One of the main things is you have your academic professor available to you. He or she is with you through the entire course. In my courses, I'm in there 7 days a week, even if it's just to check in, maybe on a Sunday or a Saturday, to see if there's any questions. We also have the opportunity where you can meet with your professor one-on-one to discuss a particular issue. I just finished before this call answering a student I have who is stuck on module number 3. How do I write it? What do I do? Well, in a matter of 2 minutes, we set up a meeting for later today where we're going to spend a few minutes. It'll be her nighttime and my afternoon. And we're just going to spend a few minutes going over it. This is what we do. This is what professors go in. So you're going through this by yourself, but you're certainly by no means alone. If any time you have questions about your progress, your enrollment, your courses and all that, you have the success team. I think Mai will go into that a little bit later. But if it's an academic question, you have your professor. And we have requirements. We have to grade things and get them back to you fairly quickly and do that. If you have questions, we are an email away. We're a message away. Every course room has a message section. And we use that for very frequently. Every day I'm in the messages handling questions and so on. Also, at least once a month, we have a general live session where we open up the opportunity to join, much like you're doing here today. And we let you ask questions about the course, about the programs, about an assignment, about how to get that done. What is this theory? What is that theory? Dr. Bill, you told me I didn't use proper APA writing style. Well, I thought I did. Well, maybe you didn't. Maybe you thought you did. We talk about it. This is learning. There's no hardcore rule how to do it. We change it all the time. As I said from the beginning, I've been doing this for over 25 years now, and each course is different, and everyone asks different questions, and that's the fun of it for me to do that. I've held many administrative positions, from dean to full-time professor to ever curriculum designer. But I've done all that. And now I'm in the part I really like, and that is doing the teaching part and working with you people to help you learn the material. In our case, it's about business, but there's a number of courses out there and a number of programs in the school that you can go on. So I think I'll just stop there and let Mai take it back over. But I'll be here later, and any specific questions you have, we could happily go into them for you. So thank you, and Mai, go right ahead.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Bill. I do think I want to start asking questions here to the lovely learners we have on board with us today. If I can first maybe ask Jasper to help tell everybody a bit more about your studying style with Nexford, and how do you manage your study schedule around your life?
All right, Mai, thank you for the question. Before I started my MBA journey, of course, we have these questions like how would I manage my study schedule, my studying style. But I believe NXU online format would offer the flexibility for all these studies for the aspiring learners. What works for me are these 3 things. Number 1 is you focus on the asynchronous learning that you have. On my part, I can access the lectures, the course materials at my own pace, which is great for my busy schedule. And secondly, we have prioritized active learning. When we say active learning, I don't just passively watch those lectures. It's important to take notes also and participate in online discussions. Then the online platform for NXU utilize online resources. So we have virtual libraries and study groups. You can actually take advantage of this to enhance the learning in your journey. Then the next question would be for balancing your studies when it comes to your flexibility. Although we live on different environments and we have other priorities or commitments, I suggest a schedule creation would be a good thing to do, such as a weekly schedule. You can create a weekly schedule to block out your time. And we have also time management techniques. I use tools like calendars, to-do lists to avoid any procrastination. And lastly is to communicate or delegate with your family about your study commitments, not just with the family, about also in work. So you have to at least let them know that you have prior commitments in your study, and you have to take or delegate tasks as much as possible.
Sorry, did we lose Jasper, or is that on my end?
That's all I can share.
Okay, thanks. Thanks, Jasper. Sorry, that cut out a bit for me at the end. I hope that was only for me. Uh, Perhaps I'm facing some internet challenges here, but thank you so much for sharing, Jasper. I hope everybody found that also insightful. Um, I think next I want to share my screen again just to talk a bit about assignments. Right, can everybody see my screen? All right, I think everybody.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So I'm just in the grades area here of the leadership and organizational development course. I went ahead and pretended to answer one of the module assignments. And I know this is one of the common questions we get as well. So I just wanted to have a chance to share with everybody how that might look like, how some assignments might look like. It definitely is not the same for every assignment. But here we're being asked to develop or create a case for change for a fictional scenario. That was the option 2 that I went for. And I downloaded a worksheet and then pretended to fill that. So let me jump to the worksheet first. So I downloaded that and then you re-upload it on the platform. On the right side here is where I should have written my answers. I just filled it with dots for now. Just to give an example of one of the assignments, this is a template. And as you can see here, we're also just showcasing how professors can respond and give feedback on the actual document. Even if you're doing great, often you'll find that they provide you with tips for improving to get an even better grade and perform even better in the next assignment. You can get compliments and so on. Any comments on the actual assignment, but what I do want to cover also is the grading rubric. So you'll see for all of the assignments, there is an assignment rubric that you can check out before you even submit your assignment that can give you an idea of what criteria we're looking for so that you can grade higher. So in every area here, you can see what the requirements are. If you meet anywhere, if you meet these requirements here, then you can receive anywhere from 15 to 20 points. Here, if it only has a few of the required components, for example, then you would get 0 to 5 and so on. How descriptive is it? The description of the problem and identifying the issue. So I went ahead and just filled this as well. As you can see, you can get different points in every area, which will give you the total points at the end. So this is a grading rubric. It's super useful to follow. It gives you an idea of what you can do to grade higher in every assignment. And so I wanted to share that with everyone as well. If anyone has questions around this, please feel free to send it in the Q&A portion also. And so since I've covered, assignments, I want to get some insight from one of our learners. If, Yusuf, you can tell everyone some notable things about your experience with assignments and submissions and professor feedback.
Yeah, thank you very much, May. So about the grading, assignment, and feedback, in my experience, the feedback and grading process at NXU has been incredibly constructive, I think. because the professor provide the clear, objective, and also the detailed feedback in every assignment that I submitted. And for me, it is for very crucial because it's not just about receiving a grade, but also understanding why we have the grade from the professor based on the subject, the criteria that already been written in the rubric that you have been told before. So it helped me also improve continuously the detailed feedback on each assignment and also become a guide and enabling me to focus on area that I need to improve while I strengthening also my existing skill while I learn in Nexford. I think it's my opinion about the grading assignment and feedback, May.
Okay, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. I hope everybody, found that, I think, encouraging about the learner support and also about, assignment feedback. All right, so just, I guess, more on the actual learner support, I do want to ask you, Yusuf, while I have you on the line, if, how have you found the success team support during your learning journey? And, have you been able to reach out to other fellow learners sometimes for support as opposed to reaching out to a success advisor?
Yeah, the support from the NXU success advisor team for me has been a cornerstone of my learning journey at NXU. Every success advisor has been particularly become instrumental, and they are offering tailored advice, especially the strategy for time management. I think Jasper's already told about how we can overcome the progress, and it's not about and it has, for me, it has a significantly enhanced my learning experience. Also, they help me a lot how to personalize my learning journey, how I able to manage the my time, and yeah, I also have another activity beside I'm learning in Nexford. So the strategy that already been told by the success advisor is very helped me a lot in my learning journey and Nexford. And they also empower me to make the most of my learning journey. And I'm sure that it's not about just survive, it's about also thrive, yeah, in learning experience at Nexford University. So the story that I've been told tonight is very excited to have the success advisor team from NXU. Is helped me a lot. I think they encourage, they empower, and they support me a lot. And they also help me to get the peer another student that's already been graduate. So they can help me to get an advice from them. I think it's all I can tell about the success advisor team. Okay.
Okay, incredible. Thanks so much for sharing. Yeah, that is a lot already. I hope that gives everybody also more of an insight, on the success team. I do hear sometimes from other learners that, through Nexford, you do get the opportunity to connect and network with other learners from around the world. And a lot of those times it's through LinkedIn. And I do want to cover that a bit today. But I am curious, whether from Yusuf or maybe Jasper also, have you gotten the chance to speak with other Nexford learners yet? Have you made friends with any other Nexford learners around the globe or had any other networking opportunities from the Nexford learner community?
Hello, Mai. The Nexford success team has been a valuable resources throughout my studies. They've been readily available to answer my questions about the program, coursework, the outline, and the overall platform. Their response have contributed to the smooth learning experience. Just to share my everything to learners, the discussion forums have been fantastic opportunities to share insights or ask for when needed. And we're the community, even though we're geographically spread out. So while I haven't formed close friendships yet, I've definitely connected with some learners on a professional level. I've met people from various industries with backgrounds, and it's been a great way to expand my network and gain valuable insights from a global perspective. Thank you, Mai.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks for sharing, Jasper. Yusuf, I don't know if you also have anything to add to this, if you like, in regards to networking with other learners around the world.
Yeah, I have made some connection with my fellow NXU student globally. I recognize that the importance of actively engaging in the university diverse community because networking is crucial. It's a crucial part, I think, of learning experience. It's also offering opportunity for collaboration, cultural exchange, and also professional growth. Yeah, we can make a good friend and best friend. Maybe we can find business partner in this Nexford community, I think. And I'm keen to strengthening this relationship and expanding my network by participating more, I think, in online forum and also uh, in the event, I want to become the one of the speaker in this event because I want to share that Nexford University has a broad community that can help us know each other. And this engagement also is not only building the network, but is enriching, I think, about our educational journey with the perspective and insight. That's all I think this is all I can share about the networking and relationship with other students.
Okay, fantastic.
Is there any problem with my voice?
It cut up, but I thought it was on my end, so I'm not too sure.
Oh,
But yeah, so I think I missed the end there. But thank you so much for sharing, Yusuf. All right, I think I will start sharing my screen again just to tell everyone about some other common features in the online platform. Okay. So yes, I'm back in the main dashboard here. I just want to talk about some common, areas in the online platform here, such as the left side navigation pane. This one follows you no matter where you go in the online platform. As you can see, no matter what window you open, this follows you around, as well as this Ask NXU virtual assistant. If you click on that, this virtual advisor, basically it answers any common questions, any FAQs that you have that you think you don't necessarily need to reach out to a success advisor to get the answer for. Let's say you have a question about grades, you can just search for that. Then you'll receive your answer here, and often will tell you who else you can reach out to if you have further questions. So that is the Ask NXU tool. I really recommend trying it out. Perhaps you'll find an answer to your question before you reach out, to, let's say, your professor or success advisor. However, they'll always be happy to help you no matter what. And what else? If you click on courses, it'll just give you an overview of the courses that you are currently enrolled in, or a resource you always have access to, such as the writing lab. I will cover that shortly, but I want to show you also the calendar. As you can see here, there are items that would get added to your calendar automatically depending on the courses that you are already enrolled in. You can play around with your view here to just filter it around to help you get organized. You will see that they are color-coded, which is something that you can control from the main dashboard here. Just by clicking on these three dots on any course, you can just select the color. So these are just some fun features in the Canvas learning management system. You can click on color overlay to just help you get organized and differentiate one course from the other. And that makes the most difference, I think, in your calendar, because all of the items would be color coded. Of course, you can click anywhere to add your own event or add your own to-do item. If you want to flesh that out and add more details, just click on more options. And it will take you here. You can put in more information and then just create the event. And the great thing is that this can be synchronized with your PC or your laptop or your mobile phone. That way, you never miss out on any important reminders or deadlines. And then we have Inbox, which is one of the easiest ways you can communicate with anybody in the global learner community. However, in the courses area, you also receive in this panel right here, you also receive announcements, messages from faculty members or so on. You can receive them even from our tech team. So the Inbox is something you can also access in the Canvas student mobile application. But I want to show you how easy it is to compose a new message. If you click on this, you can just select the course that you're enrolled in, for example, leadership and organizational development. Do you want to speak with a teacher or a student? Let's say in this case, you want to speak with a student named Abigail. Just put in your subject and your message and send. And it is that easy to compose a message and send it to anybody. And next, I want to talk about a writing lab, which you'll see always in your dashboard here. So unlike these boxes that represent the courses that you're currently enrolled in, the writing lab you'll always have access to throughout your learning program. So it's not something that you're going to complete and then, and then it will go away from your dashboard. You'll always have access to this resource. So we know that not everybody is a natural born writer, and for the types of assignments you're going to be required to do during your Nexford program, you may be asked to use certain formatting that you haven't used before, such as APA formatting, which I know Dr. Bill mentioned earlier today. But the writing lab is an area that will also help you with your academic writing. It'll help you improve your research skills and so much more. If you go to the modules area, you'll find a couple of papers, and articles just on, let's say style guide, APA style, which we mentioned. So these are papers, as you can see. And then there are some videos also, let's say on paraphrasing or English grammar or paragraph structure and so on. And then we have frequently asked questions here at the bottom. And of course, if it still doesn't answer your question, you can always reach out to a success advisor or your professor. And then last but not least, I think we can start talking about the Nexford learner benefits, the first of which is the NXU library. So the NXU stands for Nexford University, as you should know by now, and NXU library is a robust library of over 60 million resources that cover so many different areas, as you can see. These include encyclopedias, ebooks, research papers, articles, blogs, and so much more, even databases. So this is a great research tool for you to use while you're studying at Nexford. And then we have LinkedIn Learning, which you can access even from your online platform here. If you haven't heard of LinkedIn Learning, it is connected to LinkedIn, and often you need a paid subscription to be able to access LinkedIn Learning courses and videos. But as a Nexford learner, you get free and unlimited access to over 16,000 LinkedIn Learning courses and videos. They don't have to be connected to the Nexford program that you are currently studying, and that's the great thing about it. If you are interested in any other area and any other topic, you'll probably find it here on LinkedIn Learning. And they range from 5-minute courses or videos up to 3 or 4 hour videos or courses. So you can learn additional skills next to the Nexford program that you're studying if you're interested in another field. However, if you do want to stick to the field that you are currently studying, then what you're going to find also within your program, for example, leadership and organizational development, is that we will drop you suggestions for LinkedIn Learning courses that you can take that are related to the module that you're studying at that time. For example, in this leadership and organizational development MBA course, you'll find, under module 1, there's an area called Expand, where we are encouraging you to take the LinkedIn Learning Change Management Foundations video or course as that relates to this module. And you'll see that we've done the same in module 2, giving you a suggestion to expand on that knowledge. We didn't do that for module 3, but we did that for module 4, and so on. And similarly, from the other career services that we offer at Nexford, which you can check out here. So if anybody goes to our website, you can check out career services or nexford.edu/career to learn more about our different career services and how we help you progress, in whatever field that you're in, or help you get that dream job. We tell you how exactly we do that. And one of those ways is through LinkedIn Learning, which I covered already. An additional thing is that if you are based in Africa, you can get access to IBM Digital Nation Africa. For those that are more interested in cybersecurity or AI or programming or tech, then this is the place for you. And then what I was mentioning earlier, which is similar to LinkedIn Learning and the suggestions we drop for you within the courses, we do the same with Forage. So Forage is already a free resource that anybody can access. However, we partnered up with Forage to help you also, give suggestions to things you can study or do. So what I mean by that is Forage is a career resource where you can get virtual work experience, but at real companies like JP Morgan and Accenture. And, you get to apply the skills that you're learning from Nexford. You can choose to share your task submissions with recruiters, which can actually lead to interview opportunities for internships. So if you don't know what to take, also on Forage, we do the same here. You'll see in this course at the top here, we suggest you take this virtual work experience program from Forage, for example. So those are just one of the many, learner benefits. Back to LinkedIn Learning, I do want to mention, of course, everybody receives a certificate of completion once you complete any LinkedIn Learning course. And it's a great thing to add to your CV or your resume. You get to show your employer or your community that you're learning on the go. You're gaining additional skills while you're studying. You're not just waiting to complete your program. So honestly, there's so much to uncover, in terms of learner benefits as well as the online platform. But, if anyone has questions about anything we have covered so far, now that is the time to send them in, as we are close to wrapping up this webinar today. So we will jump to the Q&A section soon. So I think I just want to finally ask, some last questions to Jasper as well as Yusuf. If we can start with Jasper, and maybe you can tell everyone just more about your Nexford learning journey so far. What have you noticed are some of your favorite parts, and maybe what were some of your challenges?
All right, Mike. Thank you for that question. My NXU learning journey so far is a rewarding experience. The favorite part that I have is the flexibility. And this allows me to structure my studies around my work and personal commitments. And secondly is active learning. I enjoy the focus on active learning and participating in discussions. And next would be global community. Connecting with the fellow learners from diverse backgrounds has been enriching, and the online platform gave a sense of community. And I was able to gain valuable insights from these interactions. Now, from the challenges were time management, of course, maintaining a consistent study alongside work and personal and it's time management. It will take some time to take some innovation. While I do, it still requires a high degree in motivation. And overall, despite the challenges, the flexibility, the active learning approach, and the global community, the program is a valuable asset for professional development. And that's all. Thank you, Mai.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Jasper. I guess I want to next ask Yusuf, how would you say your Nexford program has changed your life so far?
Yeah, the Nexford program for me has been a transformative experience. It reshaping both my professional outlook and also my personal growth. Professionally, as a businessman or as an entrepreneur, I have gained many practical knowledge and skill while I learn in Nexford. And the curriculum also for me has a focus on real world application and it's become the bridge, yeah, to the gap between the theoretical and also the practical implementation, and it's allowing bring new idea and also solution to my workplace, and leading to noticeable improvement in my performance, I think, in my professional and also for my personal. I think the program has instilled in a profound sense of discipline. I think it's similar with Jasper. It's about self-motivation. Sometimes the flexibility, not sometimes, I think the flexibility required to manage the study alongside the personal and professional commitment. And this newfound resilience and determination to spill over all overcome into all this area of my life, and is enabling me to tackle the challenge with a more positive and proactive approach. So and overall, my Nexford experience has been incredible. It's empowering. It's had brought me a lot of tools and confidence to advance my career and also expand my professional network. That's probably for my experience become one of the Nexford student, I think.
Amazing, amazing. Thanks so much for sharing, Yusuf. That sounds like a lot of, learnings that you got, a lot of benefits, definitely, and a lot of development that you were able to go through, whether on a personal or, a business level. So I'm very, very happy to hear that. And I wish you further success for sure. And I wish the same for all of the aspiring learners with us also on the call today. Speaking of the aspiring learners, have you got any advice that you can give to any current or new Nexford learners or aspiring learners?
Yeah. I think I have some point based on my experience. First of all, embrace the journey, because education is a journey, it's not a destination. And stay disciplined. When you get into the commitment, you need to discipline and develop a consistent study schedule. I think set a clear goals and stay on top your assignment. Remember that the flexibility of online learning is a tool to help us to fit education into our life. Yeah. Not excuse to procrastinate, I think. Yeah. And then engage actively, because many of Nexford success advisor team help us, and they try to reach us when we have problem with our learning experience or learning journey, or maybe there are also reminder to submit the assignment that's already due. And last but not least, I think seek a feedback and apply it. Feedback is a gift, uh, especially from the professor. When we have a grade from the professor and the comment, I suggest that say thanks to them for the feedback and the comment. And it takes when we reply the comment, when we understand, we know why we get the grade. We got the grade from the professor, not only the number, but also we can gain more knowledge and deeper perspective. I think this from me for aspiring another learner that want to become Nexford learner. I think. Thank you, mate.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Yusuf. That's some great advice. I hope everybody, really considers that. I'd love to hear also, Jasper, if you've got any, advice for current or aspiring learners.
My advice for the current and aspiring learners is NXU online format is a rewarding experience. And for the current learners, I suggest, no. I would like to share that to embrace the flexibility of the asynchronous format to create a study schedule for you. Don't be afraid to experiment or just find the rhythm to optimize your learning experience. Then be proactive. Don't hesitate to utilize the resources available. I think NXU has a virtual library that you can access and engage in discussions, or ask, or don't fail to reach out the success team, because they are there to help you to succeed in your goals. Then find a community for you to connect with other fellow learners. And for the aspiring learners, do your research. You have to ensure that the online learning aligns with your learning style. Consider your time management and self-motivation. Time management is also key. Develop a strong time management before even starting the program. Create a schedule, practice, and create set aside your priorities or have a commitment. And lastly, embrace the challenge because while online learning offers the flexibility, it also requires the discipline. So be prepared to always stay motivated and focused throughout the program. And that's all mine. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's some really awesome advice. Thank you so much for sharing. All right. I know we ran over in the webinar today, but we can take some questions here live before we wrap up. So I do see some good questions in the Q&A box or segment. We have one from an anonymous attendee asking, hi, is there a thesis to graduate in the MBA, and how long does the MBA program exist? Okay, there are more questions, but let me start with the first part. So there is no thesis in our MBA, but there will be a capstone project, which you can choose, to be entrepreneurial or intrapreneurial. So you can check out our MBA curriculum, and you'll be able to see the capstone project at the end and more details about that course. So I'll send that also to you in the Q&A box. As for how long the MBA program lasts, so the average duration for our MBA program is 18 months. However, you can complete it in 12 months, 10 months, or even 6 months, depending on your pace. So we offer a flexible pace structure at Nexford. So it is not fully self-paced, meaning there are deadlines you need to meet for assignment submission and final projects. But as long as you're good with the timeline, you meet those deadlines, you can complete your course even faster in every course within the program. So the faster you're able to complete the courses, the faster you'll be able to complete the overall MBA program, and that is dependent on your grades. So the higher your grades, the more we will allow you to graduate sooner. The more number of courses we will allow you to take at the same time. You can take a maximum of 3 courses in every term. What we consider a term at Nexford is 2 months. So every 2 months, you can take a maximum of 3 courses side by side, and you can finish them faster for sure. And that will allow you to graduate faster. So we do have an average duration for our MBA. We have an average duration for any of our programs, but anybody can finish faster or slower depending on their pace and their grades. So that is a long answer for you, but I hope I answered this question to the anonymous attendee. Your next or third question is, can I be easily connected with NXU learners or graduation students from my same country, Indonesia, such as the current speaker, Mr. I think you're Jose, I don't know, Yusuf, I guess. And he says, hello, thanks. So maybe I can leave this question for you, Yusuf. Do you feel like you can easily connect with other learners or graduates from Indonesia?
Yeah, of course. I'm open connection, especially from my similar country, Indonesia. We can connect using the chat or LinkedIn. I will chat my LinkedIn URL so we can connect it in LinkedIn, and we can make communication, I think, furthermore, or share the experience to become a Nexford learner.
Fantastic. Thanks. Thanks, Yusuf. Yeah, I'm sure that would be great. So I know it's an anonymous attendee, but hopefully you can still connect. You can connect with Yusuf. All right. The next question from also anonymous attendee is APA formatting insights. So it is a bit of a broad question. I wonder if maybe Dr. Bill can give any insights on APA formatting.
Sure. APA formatting is simply the format we follow, the layout of the page, how you cite your references, how you lay out your paper. In a nutshell, the minimum is 3 areas: your title page, your content pages, and your reference page. If your assignment calls for 3 or 4 pages, that means you have 3 or 4 pages of your response, plus 1 title page, plus 1 reference page. That's pretty much the general layout. We use APA, and I don't know how it ever became the standard for business, but it is. There are other out there. There's Chicago style MLA. There's 7 or 8, I think. I don't even know. APA is not impossible. It is intimidating if you let it bother you. You look at the manual. That's, I don't know, that thick. I don't know. But in that manual, there's about 6 pages that apply to us directly once you have the format down. And even that, we use generally 4, 5, or 6 general types of citations. If you make yourself up a piece of paper and have the examples there, you will save yourself an immense time of saving time looking everything up, because 95% of the references we use is going to be one of those 4 or 5 or 6. And so on. It also talks about the headers on the top of the page, the sidelines, indentations, when to indent more, large quotations, things like that. And I've covered just about 80% of what you need to know about APA. So it's not as intimidating as it might sound. Further, APA is a portion of your grade. It is not going, basically, you can't fail a paper if you do the APA totally wrong. I mean, it'd be really hard to do that. It represents a fraction of your overall grade, because we understand it's a learning experience. People not in the academic arena recently, you may be coming back to school. Maybe you're not used to it. We know that. It's going to take you a class to get used to it. It's not hard. Again, one of the important things I heard mentioned from our learners today is this issue of time management. And again, learning APA, when you start, those basic rules, you can do it in an hour or 2. It will save you hours of work for the rest of your program by just learning a couple of key steps as you start your program.
Fantastic. Thanks a lot, Dr. Bill. I hope that answered the question for the anonymous attendee. Okay, the next question from OPME is, what time will we be having lectures during the day and the week? So that's a great thing. There are no fixed class times. So you can log into our online platform and do your online studying any time of the day, any time of the week. But as long as you're able to allocate, I would say, a minimum of 15 or 20 hours per week at your most convenient time, and then just ensure that you're meeting, any assignment deadlines, any assessment deadlines, and these assessments are usually done every week. So that is the response to that. There is no specific time of the day or the week that you're being required to log in to do the studying. And then we have a question from Amina, who says, what do you do when you miss your lectures or assignment deadline? That is a good question. Maybe Dr. Bill, would you be able to assist with this?
Sure. Well, we don't come and hunt you down. We don't chase you around your town or anything like that. There are standards. We highly do enforce those standards. Again, it is all part of the academic integrity of the program. Without standards, our program would be meaningless, and that doesn't help anyone. So there are standards. If by chance you are late, there are deductions to your grade. Let me quickly point out, all of us, faculty, staff, learners, life events happen. We are very aware of these things. People get tied up in business, emergencies in families, children get sick, cars break down. We know this. We are not inhuman. I am a product of online learning. I've worked in online learning 25 years, and I make mistakes. So we're very mindful of these things. I think the important point is, when you run into an event that's going to distract you, let your faculty know, and let the success team know. We'll work something out for you. I have yet to come, in 25 years of doing this, in my experience, I have yet to come across an experience. 95% of the time we can solve anything if you let us know. If you come to us 4 weeks after a couple assignments are due, we may not be the open-hearted, happy people you would want, but we will still understand. But we do have to have quality standards built into the programs to be accredited as we are.
Agreed. I couldn't have said it any better. Thank you so much, Dr. Bill. All right, we have a final question in the Q&A here from Oyewu, who says, apart from assignments, will there be written exams? So we don't really have exams at Nexford. Instead we have final projects and we have the assignments, and these are the ones that are graded and form your overall GPA at Nexford. And every course follows the same sequence, the same learning sequence. You take 6 modules and you end with a final project. However, I would say the closest thing we have to exams are the proctored assessments. So, Nexford does require the completion of these proctored assessments either at the beginning, middle, or end of, each, well, not either, it's actually at the beginning and the middle and the end of each degree program offered. The purpose of these proctored assessments is just to verify that the person who's taking the assessment is the same person who is enrolled in the program. So this is, Nexford partnered with Rosalind, which is a third-party proctoring service provider. You might have noticed it in the online platform earlier on the left side. Within the course, you'll see an area for Rosalind. So, this monitors the learner's completion of the proctored assessments in a secure environment that's integrated with the learning management system, Canvas. And these proctored assessments are timed, and they require that you have your video camera on. All of the guidelines and the procedures you need to know about this will be shared with you definitely beforehand and during your Nexford program. So I wouldn't want anyone to worry about it. And it's not frequent. Like I mentioned, it's only at the beginning, middle, and end of your degree program. So that is the closest thing we have to exams. All right, I see some more questions coming in. One is being answered already by our Nexford Application Specialist in the background. I can answer the next one maybe. Let's see. And if you missed any questions in the webinar chat, guys, we do apologize, but I know that our team did their best answering all of the questions, even the ones on chat. They can get lost in between the comments, so I do apologize for that. But if we missed any questions at all, just or if you come up with new questions for us, you can reach out to us on WhatsApp. You can send us an email at help@nexford.org. We just shared our contact information just now on the chat, so everybody can reach out to us anytime. You'll find that we'll often reach out, we'll respond to you within the day, so there's not going to be a delay in response to your questions. It can be within the hour, it can be just within the whole day, so just don't hesitate. And I just want to let everybody know to not forget the enrollment deadline in case you wish to join Nexford as soon as possible. That as soon as possible would be April 1. So the deadline that you need to meet is the 28th of this month. Make sure to complete your application and enrollment beforehand. The earlier you get started, the better, in case there's any, unexpected delay in your application. That can only happen if your documents aren't clear, if there's some sort of discrepancy, if your names don't match up, if you have a document that needs translation. We offer in-house translations on the house, by the way. Just the sooner you start, the better. Often you can receive even a same-day decision on your application and jump straight to the enrollment process. So everything is super clear. Often I'd love to share with everyone on chat that hasn't begun their journey yet with the application. Let me just share with everyone the steps to get started. I'll just share that on chat here. So there's a video and everything. There's a step-by-step guide on how to get your application started. Let me share also a very useful PDF guide, which, gives you a step-by-step process of the application and as well as the enrollment process with pictures, with information. This is going to help you a lot. So I think keep this PDF handy while you're doing your application, and never hesitate to reach out to our team. They're going to be super happy to help you. I look forward to everybody on the call today, getting in touch with us and us helping guide you to complete your enrollment process, hopefully at Nexford, and start your journey with us. So on that note, let's end the call today, and thank you so much for taking the time of your day or your evening to join us today. I can thank also Dr. Bill, Yusuf, and Jasper. Thank you so much for your time on this webinar as well today. So thanks everyone, and have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.